what is the dirtiest job?
Well, early on in the show, we went to West Side sewage treatment, wastewater treatment plant in San Francisco to replace a ruptured lift pump. And a lift pump is a 5-pound motor, a 5-ton motor, really. It sits at the bottom of a 5-story silo. And the pumping chamber fills up with raw sewage over the course of the day. And the lift pump...
And we have another sip. Yeah.
and so the lift pump pushes the unfiltered, unprocessed sewage into like a fixed film reactor, and it goes through a whole series of things that ultimately makes the water drinkable, believe it or not. But when that lift pump fails, the entire chain of command seizes up, and the chamber begins to fill with everything that's flushed down the toilet. And alarms go off, and men in woefully inadequate Tyvek suits descend a series of spiral staircases and muscle their way through watertight doors and literally dog paddle to the ruptured pump.
Oh, my God. Through it all.
Through it all. And then you climb on top of this glazed donut of fecal
How do they not
disappointment.
gag? Is there anything over their nose or anything?
Well,
They're
I mean,
breathing it in?
But at that point, it doesn't matter. It's so you're so subsumed
Unreal.
in all of it. And basically, his job is to get on top of the 4-ton motor, and a man operating a crane lowers a cable, and you cinch it off, and you hang on, and they hoist that whole thing up 5 stories. And the sound that a ruptured lift pump makes when it breaks the seal of shit that's been holding it to the floor, that'll haunt your dreams.
Yeah. Were you there for one of those?
I was on top of the lift pump.
Oh, my God.
I was 3 stories up.
I can't believe this is the technology for this. So we haven't, with all the inventions we've made, we haven't designed something better to...
It's pretty great, man. I mean, it's a pump that lives... I mean, you have to get it out and get it in. I don't know how else you would do it. But what I remember most is being about 30 feet in the air and seeing a turd the size of a Fiat slide off of this pump and fall all the way back down. And my cameraman, who was filming the ascent, he sees it coming. He's filming me. And he just looks at it. And I just remember him shaking his head like, oh, no. And it hits him like... It's just devastating. It knocks the camera out of his hand and just knocks him down into the muck. And I had a camera in my hand, so I was able to sort of film it from my perspective, too. So, yeah, when you're filming yourself on a ruptured lift pump being hoisted out of the pumping chamber and watching your cameraman drown in somebody else's effluvia, then,
that wins. This is why you're America's storyteller. You took me there. I was there with the turd.